Hello there again. This is fairbinaryoptions.com, and we are continuing with our PMI's video analysis here, talking about the importance of PMI, why they are being treated with respect on each and every economy. Because when you trade a currency pair or you trade binary options based on the currency pair, then you are basically analyzing the two economies the currency pair represents. If you are trading the euro-US dollar, then you're looking for the differences or the economic differences between the European economy and the US economy. If the outcome is bullish for the US economy, then of course we gotta trade call options on that pair. If the outcome is bearish, then we should trade put options. But remember that each and every analysis, fundamental one that you make, should be correlated with technical analysis. We have here on our Binary Options Academy a lot of technical setups as well, so make sure you combine them together. We talked about the UK and the Eurozone and Australia, how the PMIs are being released, but also it should be mentioned here that the PMIs in the United States, the PMIs are being called ISM, but basically it is exactly the same. So when you see that the release in the United States, it is being called ISM, comes from Institute for Supply Management, and it is ISM non-manufacturing. Well, non-manufacturing, of course, it means it is referring to the services sector, and ISM manufacturing. These are important as well for the overall state of the US economy, because people are trying, or traders are trying, to identify what the central bank is going to do when they are going to meet at the next meeting, and what they are going to do with the rates. It is all about the interest rates when you trade based on currencies, and these interest rates are moving based on the economic releases between the two meetings of a central bank. In the United States, the Fed is meeting every 6 weeks. In Europe, the ECB used to meet every month, but now it is 1.5 months as well. So these guys, central bankers, when are meeting, they are looking at the economic releases, PMIs being one of them, and for example, on the PMI's non-manufacturing or the services sector in the United States, the ISM non-manufacturing, everyone is looking at the employment component of this, because if the employment component on the ISM it is rising, it means that the non-farm payrolls in the United States will rise as well. It means it's going to be bullish for the dollar. It means that the Fed is going to acknowledge that for the days to come. So these PMIs are extremely important. It is desirable to have a PMI not that strong, like above 60, like 70 and so on, because it shows an economy that is overheating. It is desirable to have a PMI something like, or somewhere around 55, 59, maximum 60. It is a healthy pace for an economy that creates jobs, for an economy that creates inflation. And inflation like 2%, like the regular target for any central bank. One more thing to add on this importance of PMI is the fact that it depends very much on the state of the economy, of that economy. For example, let's take another shading here. Let's assume that this is the economy of the United Kingdom in UK. Well, in UK, for example, the UK is a service-based economy. What does it mean? It means that you will have, this is a service-based economy. It means that services represents more in the overall GDP or the overall output of UK than the manufacturing sector. This would be the manufacturing sector, let's say, which is definitely a smaller one, and the rest would be the construction sector. So when the PMI manufacturing is coming in the UK, or the PMI construction market is not moving that much. It's not moving that much because everyone waits to see the PMI that matters. I'm talking about the PMI services, as it is a service-based economy. So you might have a print of 51 on PMI manufacturing, and the Great Britain pound to stay neutral. But if you have a print of 56 on the PMI services, and the Great Britain pound is going to be aggressively bought. This would be pretty much what you'll have about the PMIs. It goes without saying that every economic calendar shows the PMI. For example, in here we have what? Flash services PMI in the United States. Here the forecasted the forecasted level was 55.3, the previous was 55.1, and the outcome 54.4 in red. Normally on this kind of a release, the US dollar should suffer a bit. Make sure you understand what it means, and thank you for being here.